Fox NHL Sunday is brought to you by Sharp View Cam, the camcorder with a big color view screen. Don't buy a camcorder until you try a Sharp View Cam.
All right, back here after 2 periods of play in our Studio 7 in Hollywood, California, along with Dave Maloney. I'm James Brown, and some good action on the ice as we take a look at the Detroit-St. Louis game. Detroit leading 2-1, and you've talked an awful lot about Mike Keenan being a real master, a screamer in the locker room.
A screamer. He crawled inside everybody's head after 1 because Detroit needs open ice. They get 2. Little scrum in the second period, 2-1 as a result. Mike Keenan, the master.
You talk about Detroit needing open ice. Let's take a look at the highlights from that second period of play. And in fact, Detroit has some great individual moves here.
Well, let's take a look at Eddie Velper. We're going, well, you know what? We're going to go to Chicago. What the heck? Here are the North Stars going on. The big Hatcher boys keeping the front of the net clean. This play starts in the right corner. Mike Kennedy. Now we get a little scrambling. Where's Gary Suter? You got to keep the front clean, Gary. Gord Donnelly gets his first NHL goal of the year. Not pretty, but it counts. That's for sure here at the Joel Murphy. Now, what I want you to pay attention to, what happens to the puck as he crosses the blue line? Well, it flips up. It never gets cleanly to the net, but clean enough for Joel Murphy to put it fast. Mike Torquia, 1-1 hockey game.
After 2 periods of play, now we go to St. Louis and Detroit and talk about that open ice.
There's the open ice. Big 6'6". Keith Primo beats little John Casey early in the hockey game. Goal of the day. Sergei Fedorov around Lidster. Top shelf. Sergei, boy, you talk about open ice hockey. It doesn't get any better than that. Blues down 2 men here. Brett Hull capitalized on a pass from Brendan Shanahan. Big, big goal in the hockey game.
Brett Hull's 21st Red Wings on top 2-1. Rangers Flyers. You said it was important. Be physical on the part
John
of the Flyers.
Leclerc, Eric Lindros is going to come in and hit his idol. Mark Messier. Joey Kosar off to draw, sticks that left leg out. Terry on from the point. Left leg, left shoulder, puck, right side of the screen, 3-1 at the time. Game of subtle plays. Well, how's that one? Knocking the stick out of Jay Wells. Eric Lindros finds Leclerc in front, whacks it home. Boy, that's what you talk about, physical hockey.
And that was Leclerc's 20th goal of the season. Now, some of you folks have been watching this Boston-Washington game. Jim Carrey, the big story there. No, not the actor in mask, but in fact, he's been masking the goal.
Blake Locker getting a little bit of water here. He's had a lot of work. But you're going to watch the rookie Nelson here come on in the Bruin defenseman, get to the front of the net. He's been a goal scorer his whole life. Goes off the heel, bounces into the net. He gets his first NHL goal for the Washington Capitals.
Jim Carrey with 10 saves in that 1-0 lead there by Washington. And in the Battle of Florida, a 1-all game there of John Van Beesbrook.
John Van Beesbrook. It looks like the goalies need water today. Jesse Belanger is going to get a one-timer here. Doesn't go through with much authority, but enough to get it across the ice. It's going to go Bradley to one side. Over and back. Eyes Bart. That's using all the real estate at the Thunderdome. Game tied at 1.
And that is exactly the case. And in the final to pass along to you, Ottawa and Quebec. Owen Nolan with a hat trick in there for the Nordiques. They use that one nicely and win it by the score of 7-5. And we'll be back with more. The great one, Wayne Gretzky, after this.
What makes the Sharp View Cam so unique?
It's the stuff that dreams are made of.
It's the camcorder with the big view screen.
Slow and steady fire.
The one that captures the times of your life
Dreams are made
and brings them back for everyone to share. Imagine, even a special moment you missed,
Grandma, Grandpa, you missed it!
played back instantly with color and sound. The Sharp View Cam is the new movement in camcorders.
Dreams are made of.
No trendy health club. No $60 shorts. No bull. Speed Stick's no-nonsense formula gives you 110% protection. Like you, it never quits.
It's a breakthrough that brings us to a new level of performance. In the rain, in the snow. It even saves gas. Michelin's new energy tires with radial XSE technology. It's science that goes beyond magic.
Do you really think this is the right thing for us to be doing, Ivana?
What will people think?
Let them talk. Ivana. It's wrong, isn't it?
But it feels so right.
Then it's a deal?
Yes, we eat our pizza the wrong way.
Crust first.
Introducing stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. With a ring of cheese baked into a totally new, thinner crust, you'll want to eat it the wrong way. Crust first.
May I have the last slice?
Actually, you're only entitled to half.
Large, just $9.99.
When the game is on, if action gets too rough, remember, the ice is always smooth. Bud Ice and Bud Ice Light, official beer sponsors of the NHL.
Fasten your seatbelt. Here's the shot.
And welcome back to Fox NHL Sunday. Now, some of you may know there are 4 basic shots in hockey: the wrist shot, the slap shot, the snapper, which is actually a cross between the wrist and a slap shot, as well as the backhand. Now, when Wayne Gretzky first met his childhood idol, Gordie Howe, seen here, Wayne was just 10 years of age when Gordie told him, "Hey, son, if you really want to make it to the NHL, work on your backhand. It's the most dangerous shot for a goaltender in hockey." So, as we head over to our Fox Pond, Wayne, his sons Ty and Trevor, and our own Dave Maloney are over there to show us the backhand and why it is so tough for the goaltender to handle. And, hey, Dave, no question, Wayne mastered that shot.
That's right. 812 times that puck hit that net. Compliments to this young fella right here. But the thing is, Wayne, as we talked a little bit before, backhand kind of a forgot, lost art. Gordie Howe showed you. Why is it the shot it is, and how's it been effective?
Well, it's been great for me. It's been one of my key elements of my game, and I think the art was lost a little bit with the curved stick. The curves got a little bit too big, and now we've gone back to more players playing with a straighter stick, and it seems to be coming back more and more. So I think the biggest thing about the backhand, it's hard for the goaltender to read where it's going to go and where it's coming from, and the follow-through on the shot and the eye contact is a little bit different than the forehand and the slap shot, so it makes it difficult.
Which is terrific, and when Wayne speaks about the curve and the blade, it's right here. Sometimes they're over here. Wayne uses a little flatter stick than a lot of players in the league. It's going to give us a show here on the backhand.
Well, I got my kids here. I'm going to try to do it one time, and then I'll get them to do it. Let me try it once, Ty. I think the biggest thing about, okay, let me do it first. The biggest thing about the backhand is to get it behind you, and the follow-through, as I said, put all your pressure on your body and all the weight leaning this way, and the follow-through makes it difficult for the goaltender. Let's see if I'll get Ty to try it. Okay, let's see if you can put it in the net. Okay, remember how I told you? Back, look at the net. You looking? Okay, get in.
He shoots.
Attaboy. All right,
off
good
the
job.
backhand. Does that look familiar?
There you go. First one of many.
That's right. That's terrific stuff. Now, I mean, continued good luck, and the guys look like they like to play. It's a wonderful sport. Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you very
much. Good job,
right.
Wayne. Back to you, JB. What do you think? You out here next or not?
Let me tell you, I need to learn how to skate first, but a lot of thanks to Wayne, Ty, and Trevor. Now we understand how Wayne orchestrates traffic so nicely out there on the ice. Ty and Trevor.
That's right.
All right,
Thanks.
folks, and we've got more coming your way on Fox NHL Sunday, and we'll do that after this.
This spring, Napa is celebrating its 70th anniversary with low prices on some great parts and accessories. Pick up Napa motor oil for only 89 cents a quart, a Napa lawn and garden battery just $17.99, or buy Napa SensorTrack shocks or struts and get 60 minutes of free long-distance calling. So stop into Napa soon, your complete auto parts source since 1925.
We keep America running. We keep America running.
Dakota Sport V6 has more. More horsepower, more shoulder room, more hip room, and more cargo room than a comparable Ford Ranger or Chevy S10. But you don't have to put everything you've got into it. Dakota Sport V6. A little bigger, a lot better. At America's truck stop, the new Dodge.
athlete's foot is a predator. To cure it all, you've got to kill it all. Today, there's Lotramin AF spray and powder with full prescription strength medicine that kills all causes of athlete's foot. Lotramin AF, the killer cure.
Hey, want to try new Pert Plus?
Pert Plus? No way. I tried it years ago. My hair needs a separate conditioner.
It's changed. This new stuff cleans and conditions better than back then.
But it's still a shampoo and conditioner in one. And I don't like it.
Wrong. It's a shampoo and precise blend of conditioners. Individually balanced for every kind of hair.
Conditioners?
Yes, they condition exactly where you need them most.
A 2-in-1 does that? We'll see. Well, it is actually better. I can feel it.
New Pert Plus in 5 precise new formulas. One's right for your hair.
It's a lot better. Really.
Alpha 1, this is Alpha 2. Enemy squad in open. Moving north on foot. Alpha.
Sergeant, here's the latest intelligence report.
I'll post it right away, Sergeant. Sir, enemy position is confirmed at top.
Step off.
Army Reserve, Montgomery GI Bill, skill training and more.
Buggin' is back.
I'm anorexia, the hungry.
And it's crazier than ever. Don't miss the outrageous new House of Buggin' next Sunday.
It is springtime in the nation's capital area. We are in Landover, Maryland, where the Caps have a 1-0 lead on Boston. We'll come back to Landover for the third period after these messages and a word from your local stations.
The Fundy Women's Store with baseball superstars.
That's not Dad, it's Dave Winfield.
Mind your business. Married with Children, tonight at 9, 8 Central.
Dear car owners, when your suspension's going, you can feel it in your bones. Your car shakes, rattles, and rolls. The suspension experts at Midas can help. We'll give you 25% off your car's alignment and 50% off your second shock or strut.
And a guarantee on shocks and struts for as long as you own your car.
We call it shake, rattle, and roll control. It'll make things go a whole lot smoother for you. That's the Midas way, the way it should be.
Who do you suppose would create a car with an interior so well thought out? It gives you the confidence to perform maneuvers like this, even while you perform maneuvers like this. The Lexus GS.
I was shocked to learn that most ordinary credit cards charge interest from the moment you buy something, if you carry a balance as little as $1. Thankfully, American Express has introduced a new credit card called the Optima True Grace Card. You get an interest-free grace period on each new purchase, even when you carry a balance. It's a good thing. But don't just throw away your old credit cards. Recycle them. I'm retiling my pool. Look in the mail or call 1-800-4-OPTIMA.
At Mobile, we can help you fill up fast by paying right at the pump.
Wedding.
With more credit and ATM cards than any other station.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can pull up, pump up, pay up, and still get to the church on time. Mobile. How can we help you?
The Simpsons. Weeknights at 7 on Fox 5. Fox NHL Sunday is brought to you by Bud Ice, the official beer sponsor of the NHL. By Dodge, the more things change, the more things look like the new Dodge. By Speed Stick by Menon, like you, it never quits. And by Sharp View Cam, the new movement in camcorders.
Time now for a Bud Ice game summary. Jeff Nelson, his first NHL goal. Ken Klee, his first NHL point.
Boy, a couple of nice plays. Nelson on the play ends up moving in. He'll do the forechecking on John Gruden behind the net. Here's the hit right there. Then he hits right to the front of the net. Gruden is a couple of steps behind him, can't get his stick. And the long shot by Klee, deflected by Nelson. That's the only goal. It's 1-0.
Here's what the goaltenders have done in this game. The masked Jim Carey, the Locknet monster, Blaine Locker. And we heard from Jim Carey earlier on the pressure of playing in the NHL. Let's hear from Blaine Locker.
I enjoy being the person that gets relied on when a mistake is made in front of me. And some people say I'm cocky, but it's just confidence I like to show. And if you show confidence, your team gets to see it, that you have confidence in yourself, and they tend to play better in front of you.
Blaine Locker, he's been the man entrusted with carrying this Bruins goaltending load this season. Over the last 10 games, after a great start, he was 9-2-1. Over the last 10, 5-5. So I don't know if that's an indication that he's leveling off, or maybe the team has leveled off a little bit.
Yeah, but he mentioned his confidence. There was some talk a couple of weeks ago about the Bruins acquiring another goaltender to get ready for the stretch run. He said, that's fine. There's plenty of room on the bench.
Right now, their backup goaltender is John Blue. This is Kelly Miller with speed. A one-hand shot went wide. Good effort by Miller against Glenn Murray and Don Sweeney. Here's Miller again. Long shot wide. Teams are now back at full strength as the Bruins had an extra man briefly after the original penalty to Glenn Murray expired. Now Dmitry Kristich returns, and now the teams are back at full strength. Ray Bourque has the puck. The outlet to Glenn Murray, leaves it for Adam Oates. Murray now playing the left side with Oates and Neely. And it's been almost a constant search for Brian Sutter to find that left wing for Neely and Oates. Puck deflects across. Matt Naslin tried that roll. Darius Trukowski, who scratched today, had that roll for a while. Here's Oates centering. It's blocked by Carey. Back behind the net. Roll off is in deep. Neely checked by Tenorti. Neely trying to move the puck, does to Oates. Oates against Jim Johnson, who took him down. Kristich took down Glenn Murray. Bodies falling everywhere. Nothing called by Mark Fawcett. The puck up the boards. Kristich without a stick can't play it. Babaka's got it. Sends it deep into the Boston zone.
The Bruins team with Oates making that last rush. One of the very few times in this game where we've seen Oates with the puck behind the net. Neely in front waiting for a pass. But again, the Capitals a good job defensively, not allowing that puck in front.
Stumple has got the puck for Boston. Bruins have played a lot of close games this season. 17 of their 32 games have ended in a one-goal decision. 9 wins, 8 losses. That puck off the stick of Blaine Locker. And out comes Sandy Moger. Plus, they've had 2 ties in their 32 games coming into today's action. Moger was upended, goes sliding into the net. And play stops. And again, the Bruins player skating by Mark Fawcett, looking for a call, but nothing made.
And you mentioned the other move with, you mentioned Moger. He's got good size going to the net. He's seeing a little bit more action. Fred Knipscher, who was hit in the first period from behind by Sylvain Cote, and Cote was given a game misconduct, a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. We haven't seen Knipscher either. Initially, it looked like the shoulder was bothering. He came out, played a couple more shifts, but since that time, we haven't seen him. And Brian Murray has put Glenn Murray, or Brian Sutter, I should say, has put Glenn Murray on the line with Oates and Neely.
A little over 2 minutes gone by in this third period. Bruins send out Joseph Stumple to center Brian Smolinski on the left and Sandy Moger on the right. Jamie Huscroft and John Gruden on defense. Gruden takes it and drives it in to the cap zone. Ricky plays it up the boards for Rob Pearson. Bourque sends it away. Ricky puts it in the Boston zone. Walker leaves it for Don Sweeney. Up off the glass for Smolinski. Smolinski tied up by Sergei Gonchar. The puck deep in the corner for Moger. He's checked by Ricky. Stumple looking for it. Kristich is there for Washington. Ahead for Rob Pearson, trying to clear the zone. He does. Comes all the way back.
And again, the Boston Bruins not getting any shots from the good scoring situations. They're just simply being pushed off to the corner, and they're along the boards. They just can't find a way to get the puck to the front of the net.
Bruins defense has been superb. They've bottled up the Caps, who have only 11 shots on goal, but the Caps did score the one. Juno was tugged down. Klee has the puck, tries to get it to Martin Gendron. Jamie Huscroft for Boston across to Steve Leach, who started his NHL career in Washington, played 3 full seasons here before being traded to Boston for Randy Burridge in his 4th season with the Bruins. Juno for Gendron, intercepted by Huscroft. Leach, quick pass for Brent Hughes. Hughes is deep, save made by Carey, loose puck. Nelson gets there to help out before Ted Donato. And back the other way, Juno. Good move by Brent Hughes. Good scoring chance.
And again, Jim Carey moves to his left, over to his right, in perfect position. When Hughes finally had the chance to shoot the puck, very little to shoot at. He coolly makes the save.
Hughes just back in the lineup after being out with a back injury, showing no ill effects, and really has been one of the better skaters for the Bruins in this game.
He really has. He's had a couple of the better scoring chances as well.
Jim Johnson back for it. 4 minutes gone by in the 3rd. Caps with a 1-0 lead. Stolen by Murray. Finds Oates. Saved by Carey with the glove. Brilliant save by Jim Carey. Taken back by the Caps. Kelly Miller has it. Miller moving across 3-on-2. Slowed down. The backhander toward the net goes wide. The shot taken by Konowalchuk. Murray sending it back to Alexei Kasatonov.
Without question, the toughest save thus far in this game was the one Carey just made on Adam Oates.
Oates' first shot on goal in the game. A great chance. Carey robbed him. Puck all the way through. Oates has got it in the corner. He's checked by Gonchar. Glenn Murray works it loose. Murray hit by Hunter. Puck played across. Kasatonov deep. Gets it back to Oates. Gonchar picks him up. Centering pass to Norty, intercepts. Up the boards. Roloff tried to keep it in. Couldn't do it. Knocked down by Kelly Miller. He's got it for Washington. Cross for Steve Konowalchuk. John Roloff takes him out with a good check. And Alexei Kasatonov has the puck. He signed as a free agent with the Bruins. Played with New Jersey. Went to Anaheim in the expansion draft last year. Ended up the season in St. Louis and then signed with the Boston Bruins and has played well for Boston.
And Brian Sutter likes the way he has played this year. It's been very steady on a team with a lot of young players.
Yeah, you've seen it all. Done it all. Pretty much got it all figured out. But have you got what it takes to be a mountain man? All it takes are the 2 cool beers of the Mountain Man. Smooth Busch beer, easy drinking Busch Light. So, be a mountain man. All you gotta do is head for the mountains.
Okay, folks, when it comes to being right, nobody is more right than I am. I told you the country was going to move to the right. I was right. And when I predicted the outcome of the elections, bango, right again. But it's a burden being right all the time. You know what I mean? So for the first time ever, I'm actually going to do something wrong. I'm going to eat my pizza crust first.
Introducing stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. With a ring of cheese baked into a totally new, thinner crust, you'll want to eat it the wrong way. Crust first.
If I'm eating it this way, it must be right.
Large, just $9.99.
With these powers, I could be
a superhero! Well, if he keeps making saves like that one off Adam Oates, he'll be a superhero.
I think he's gone beyond that. He's no longer could. He is a superhero here in Washington.
Pavanka's got the puck. Caps were 11-2-2 in the month of March, the 2nd best month ever in the franchise history. Don Sweeney winds up for the shot. Blocked. Reiki comes out. They were 12-2-2 in December of 1984. But that 11-2-2 got them straightened out. Their season was heading for disaster. At the end of February, they were 3-10-5.
And they started 0-7-4 on the road before Jim Carey won their first road game. Now, since he's been here, they're 5-1 on the road.
6 minutes gone by, 3rd period. Caps holding a 1-0 lead. Across the line comes Smolinski looking for Steve Leach. He fires, glove save by Carey. Leach was cutting in from the right side. Smolinski took the shot. Carey makes the glove save.
Peter's got me on this mission to find Marcus Belfry, so I'm learning everything I can about him. Father from Azerbaijan, mother from Colorado, raised in Switzerland. I spent my childhood in Switzerland. So, I'm gonna find him, talk to him, and convince him that Gramercy is the right house for him.
Not a Harry with a modem.
the face-off. Puck lifted up in the air. Comes down. Ted Donato battling Hunter for it. Dale Hunter gains control. Juno was bumped. Puck out of the zone. Picked up by Brent Hughes. Fires back in. Bruins have the only shots on goal in this period. 3 of them. Caps have yet to get a shot on goal. But their defensive play has been solid, and Jim Carey has come up big. This will be an icing on Washington. And the face-off coming back deep in the Caps zone.
Ace, as he has been nicknamed here in Washington, Ace Carey.
The net detective.
The net detective. He has been some kind of player.
Look at the numbers. Some great play by Detroit. You've seen them a lot in the Western Conference, Joe. Quebec has had a fine year, though they lost to Washington the other night. Philadelphia's leveled off the last couple, but Washington, the best team in the NHL in the month of March.
Yeah, and they've done it really with their defense and their goaltending. They beat Quebec the other night, scoring 6 goals. That's the first time all season they've scored 6.
Kelly Miller. Hunter joining him on the left side. Back for Miller. It was blocked. Hunter, who's a pass, he thinks pass first, went for the pass back to Miller. Kept in by Konowalchuk for Hunter. Now a chance for Miller, deflected wide. Played by Glenn Murray up into the crowd. Stopping play, a little over 7 minutes gone by in the 3rd period.
And that was the first rush for the Boston Bruins, their first chance of the period.
It's as far as Michelin science has ever gone. Our biggest breakthrough since we invented the radial. Technology that brings us to a new level of performance, in good weather and bad. In the rain, in the snow. Technology so advanced, it even saves gas. The new energy tires with radial XSE technology from Michelin. It's science that goes beyond magic.
We gave Dodge Ram the most powerful overall line of truck engines on the planet. A driver's side airbag. The option of 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. A cab designed to set the standard for comfort and room. Then, after we made Ram that good, we made it this bad. Introducing the new Ram Sport. At America's truck stop, the new Dodge.
Hey, you're new. What'd you get a penalty for? You high stick someone? Was it tripping? Was it fighting? Slashing?
No. Eat my Pizza Hut pizza. Crust first.
Man, you're weird. Get away from me.
Hold on, man. Give it a shot. I'm telling you. Cheese in the crust. The stuff's incredible.
Off the face-off, Caps control. Jim Johnson rubbed into the boards by Glenn Murray. Dale Hunter with it. Back pass to Miller. His shot deflected by Bourque. Neely goes for the puck. Outlet to Oates. Quick move to Murray. Murray on Johnson. Loose puck. Johnson did the job on the man.
Excellent defensive play by Jimmy Johnson. Murray had a step on him, but he recovers.
Steve Konowalchuk deep against Ray Bourque. Konowalchuk moves it back to the point man, Mark Denorti. Around the glass. Bounces down. Don Sweeney will play it for Boston. Sweeney checked by Dale Hunter. Cam Neely sends it across. And now Oates takes the pass from Bourque. Leaves it for Bourque. Peter Bondra back for it. Neely shoots. Gloved by Carey, and he holds on. And a little pushing and shoving in front. Dale Hunter involved. Glenn Murray, Neely trying to get in Hunter. Joe Ricci steps in.
Well, I'm sure they're probably trying to at least change the type of concentration that Jim Carey has had tonight. He really hasn't had many players around his net when the shots have been taken. A couple of times, players have slid in, but for the most part, Carey has been able to see most of those plays. We talk about Jim Johnson. He was a little flat-footed. Murray with more speed going around, but Johnson doing an excellent job with the stick. Gets the stick on him, slows Murray down, and takes him out of the play.
What you got there? Oh.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Lunch. Having a good time? Sunday afternoon at the U.S. Air Arena. Glad you're with us for the debut of the NHL on Fox. Next Sunday, Joe and I will be in Buffalo to see the Boston Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres.
Another great matchup. Yeah. Dominic Hasek, outstanding goaltender in Buffalo, and the return of Pat LaFontaine.
Yes, sir. And Alexander McGillney, the big goal scorer. We should have some fun up there. Hope you'll join us for that. Right here, Brian Smolinski plays it across. Look at Gonchar against Sandy Moger. Moger deep. Mulger taken out by Gonchar. And away with the puck, Peter Bondra. Bondra with Pavanka and Riki on the left side. Leaves it for Riki. Deep to Bondra. Deflected off the back of the net and all the way out of the zone. Back to the Boston end. Don Sweeney comes back together. 8.5 minutes gone by in the third. And Washington holding a 1-0 lead on a second period goal by Jeff Nelson. Ryan Smolinski toward the net, kicked away by Kalle Johansson. Excellent defensive work by the Caps. Without one of their leading defensemen, Sylvain Cote, who left the game in the first period, assessed a major penalty, a game misconduct for checking from behind.
They've had an outstanding night defensively, Sam. The other thing that the defensemen have done is that even though they're covering in front of the net, the defensemen are looking for the puck, and they're getting the job done.
Getting bored with just plain nuts? Try Fisher Favorites Tropical Fruit and Nut Mix, a more exciting flavor combination.
Pineapple, papaya, sweet cream almonds, honey roast peanuts, and whole cashews.
Crunchy nuts with juicy real fruit. Fisher Favorites Tropical Fruit and Nut Mix. Just one of the Fisher Favorites.
It's Fisher flavor, or it's just plain nuts.
Bruins control the face-off, send it into the Cap zone. Kasatonov knocked down by Ken Klee. Juneau with the puck. Just as Washington has kept Boston's big line down, there's a penalty called on the Caps. Ken Klee took down Brent Hughes. Now, Hughes has the bad back, as we mentioned, just coming back from a lower back problem. A little slow getting up. But I started to say Boston has done a great job on the Caps' #1 line, Pavanka, Bondra, and Kristich.
Absolutely. They've had very few scoring chances in this game this afternoon. Now, meanwhile, Ken Klee, who had a big hit outside the blue line on Alexei Kasatonov, is able to go back into his zone, and with a hit on Brent Hughes, and Hughes was getting up slowly. Now we have Cam Neely out on the ice, and he's into an argument of sorts, or a discussion for that matter, with Rob Pearson, the big right winger of the Washington Capitals.
All right. Power play Boston is officially their third. They had a 5-minute power play in the first period on the major and did not get a shot on goal during the entire 5-minute power play. They had a few seconds of a power play to start early in the third period.
And you know the Washington Capitals are going to try and stay close to Cam Neely. He's the player that's in the slot or in front of the net. If Bork takes the shot, Neely will go right in front of the goaltender Carey and look for a screen or a deflection.
Ted Donato, a forward, carrying the puck. Donato and Ray Bork are the point men. And the puck out of the zone. They've got Oates, Neely, and Naslund up front. Kelly Miller, Steve Konowalchuk, Kalle Johansson, and Mark Tinordi for Washington. All the way around the boards. Coming down toward the midway point of the third period. Tinordi hitting Neely, who kicks the puck ahead. Naslund along the boards. Oates helps out. Back to Donato. Now Naslund. Slides it into the slot. It's taken by Kalle Johansson, and he clears all the way down.
Boy, nice defensive play by Konowalchuk, the forward, coming right back into the slot. Neely was there looking to pick up the loose puck. Konowalchuk just lifted his stick. That allowed Washington to take control and clear it down the ice.
Some great penalty killing by the Caps. Offside Boston. 55 seconds remaining in the power play for the Bruins.
And Brian Sutter, I'm sure somewhat frustrated on the Boston bench. He's trying to find his way to get his players to get into a good scoring position.
And look at this. Each team has allowed one timeout, and Brian Sutter has decided to take it with 9:43 to go in his third period. He has signaled for a timeout.
Alpha 1, this is Alpha 2. Enemy squad, moving north on foot.
Sergeant, here's the latest intelligence report.
I'll post it right away, Sergeant. Sir, enemy position is confirmed at Papa.
Step off.
Army Reserve, Montgomery GI Bill, skill training and more.
Each team is allowed 1 timeout per game, and here with 9:43 to go, usually they save it for the late moments of the game if you're trailing in a close game, but Brian Sutter decided to call it right now. What do you think?
This is a smart thing to do right now because they haven't had many opportunities on the power play, and that is Boston's strength. And without Neely, Bourque, and Oates on the power play, it's very ineffective, especially against this Washington team. So they've already been out there for 1 minute and 5 seconds. He takes the timeout, gives them a chance to rest, talks about it at the bench, and then he gives them another try.
Bourque fires in. Gary stops it, leaves it for Johansson, drives it around the boards and out. Good clear by the Caps. Blaine Locker waits for Ray Bourque. Bourque heads up ice. Caps with Konowalchuk and Miller, Johansson and Tenorti. The penalty-killing unit. Bourque has the puck. There's not been a power play shot on goal in the game. Caps have had 3 power plays, and officially this is Boston's third. Donato fanned on the pass. It's cleared out for Konowalchuk, trying to beat Bourque. Konowalchuk gets to it. His shot deflected by Bourque. Bounces around to Donato.
Konowalchuk, great work killing the penalty. Bourque, excellent defense.
Huge hit. Tenorti knocking down Smolinski along the boards. Bourque trying to keep the puck in. Kept in by Donato, went off a skate and out, and the teams are back at full strength.
Oh,
tremendous penalty killing by the Caps. Here's Oates moving in, trying to get around Tenorti. He was hooked. Comes back to Kasatonov. He scores! And the Bruins tie it. Alexei Kasatonov coming in after Oates had made a tremendous effort against big Mark Tenorti to get the puck in front.
Oates with a terrific move. Tenorti came out to play the man. He was standing up a little bit. Oates gave him a little bit of a shoulder fake.
And the Bruins come back to tie it.
There's the move right there. The quick move to the outside. Then tries to set up Neely, who's covered, and Kasatonov just read it, moved in from the point, brought the puck to his forehand, let it go quickly, and beats Jim Carey to tie this game. But what a move by Oates. There he is trying to pass it. Neely covered. Kasatonov in from the other side to finish it off.
First goal of the season for Alexei Kasatonov, a one-time star of the Red Army team in Russia. Came over and played with New Jersey. And as I mentioned, over to Anaheim and St. Louis before joining the Bruins. Game tied 1-1 with 8.5 minutes to go in the third. Gonchar for Konowalchuk, who tipped it ahead. Kasatonov back for it. Oh, no touch by Konowalchuk. It's an icing call whistle. There's the goal scorer for Boston.
There's a new Dodge Neon starting to show up out there. And lurking under its hood is a 150 peak horsepower surprise. Look for details in the fast lane. Say hello to the other Dodge Neon, the Sport Coupe. Get up to $1,200 off Dodge Neon during the Dodge National Best Buy sale.
The only place for hard-hitting hockey action is The Simpsons.
Just remember to have fun out there today, and if you lose, I'll kill you.
Tonight at 8, 7 Central.
Listen and feel this hit by Mark Tenorti on Brian Smolinski.
Mark Tenorti, he loves to look for those types of hits out the neutral zone, and that's the reason why the Capitals got him right there.
8 minutes remaining in the third. 1-1 the score. Konowalchuk for Dale Hunter. Konowalchuk deflects it and a save by Locker. Nice play by Hunter and Konowalchuk. Puck cleared out. Only the second shot on goal for the Caps here in the third period in over 8 minutes of play.
It looked like they were playing a little conservative to start the period, and Boston just kept working.
Juneau's shot deflected way up in the air. Pearson trying to control it. Bruins take over. John Gruden with a puck. The other man rush sent in by Gruden.
Pardon me, Sam, but the other key part, Boston scores the goal after Brian Sutter uses his timeout, gives Oates and Neely and Bork a chance to rest, and they score the goal.
That's an offside called on Washington as Pavanka went ahead of the play. 7:12 remaining in the third. What's in the icebox? Pucks? Hey, ice cream. Did you call down for that?
I did. They said they didn't have any left.
Oh, sure. The off-ice officials get them all.
Look it up.
Could save some for us, guys.
Well, he hasn't been all that busy in the penalty boxes tonight. Mark Fawcett hasn't had to make that many calls, the referee. But, again, Brian Sutter calling the timeout at the right time, giving his players a chance to rest. They come back, finish it off, and tie the game.
Assisted next to him by one of the great men of hockey, Tommy McVie, has been around forever. Been a head coach in the league, an assistant coach, a scout, and a great representative of the game.
He says his wife says that he has been playing indoor coaching for 59 years.
Mark Tenorti left it, gave away to Oates. Centering pass was tipped. Comes back to Gruden for a shot deflected. Neely looking for it. Shot by Murray goes wide. Murray gets to it. So Freddie Knipscher, obviously injured on that big hit in the first period, has not played the last two periods. Don't know the extent of the injury. Miller was stopped by Gruden, forcing the turnover.
And Sam, the momentum of this game has changed to the Bruins without any question at all.
Oates working, centered, gloved on a hop by Jim Carey.
Washington came out in this period. They were playing defensive-minded, and they tried to just protect that 1-0 lead. Boston kept working. Their intensity is still at a high level. Cam Neely's been in there working along with the rest of those players, and they've turned this game around to a game that Washington was doing such a good job controlling. Now Boston has not only tied it, but they seem to be on the verge of scoring that next goal.
And they really feed off of that, Joe. One play, whether it's a big hit or just a good effort by Oates in front, helps really change things around for them.
This is a team that, no matter what the score is, doesn't ever quit. Under Brian Sutter, the team doesn't quit. And that's what they have kept working, fighting through checks, and finally got the equalizer.
False start on the face-off. Crowd responded to Smolinski and Gonchar getting the sticks up. Rookie defenseman Sergei Gonchar. Jim Carey, just 20 years old. He's handled the pressure extremely well.
Well, he really has. He's worked very hard to get to this point in his career.
Ricky's got the puck for Washington. Bork. Taken back by Ricky. Now it's Michael Pavanka, tries to hit Peter Bondra. He does with a beautiful pass. Bondra stopped by Don Sweeney. And Bork takes the puck. Intercepted by Pavanka. Here's Kristich with it for Washington. His shot blocked by Bork. He's everywhere. Here come the Bruins. Smolinski winds up his shot, knocked away with a blocker by Jim Carey. Sweeney trying to keep it in for Boston. Gonchar tries to clear it, deflects over the glass in the penalty box. Play stops with 5:40 to go in the third period. First round draft pick of the Caps, Sergei Gonchar, and the head coach, Jim Schoenfeld, former great defenseman in the NHL.
Yeah, very defensive-minded, a tough competitor always, and this is a situation that he certainly has seen his players in before, because again, he's built a defensive-minded team. It's a team without many goal scorers. They're looking for more out of Joey Juneau. Bondra's having a good year offensively, but other than that, it's a similar team to the Boston Bruins, so they are comfortable in this situation, but it's difficult to turn things around. You want to try and win these home games.
Coached up in Buffalo for a while, then went to New Jersey for a while, and took over in January of last year. Took the Caps to the playoffs. They upset Pittsburgh in the first round, lost to the eventual Stanley Cup champion New York Rangers in the second round. A real players coach. Players really like him.
The players respect him so much because he gives them time off when they need it. Being a former player, he has got them believing in his defensive system, and they just, whatever he asks, they follow up with.
Another whistle for an icing. Back the other way they go for the face-off deep in the Washington zone. 1-1 the score. Cam Neely held to 3 shots, no points. Adam Oates with the assist on the goal. A big play for him. Ray Bourque has done a good job defensively for the Bruins.
He really is, and has. He can beat you defensively as well. And should the Bruins go on to get a point or 2 out of this game tonight, you can look back at what Ray Bourque has done defensively and say that's a big reason that they came up with a point.
Here's Walchuk. Martin Gendron. Across the line, Juneau. Gendron heads for the edge. Juneau with a pass blocked by Kasatonov. Juneau looking to make the play. Talking about his lack of goal scoring, he says, hey, they brought me here to make plays, and that's what I do. They also pay him $2 million a year to make those plays.
Got to chip in a few more than 4, I think, at this point.
Better make a lot of plays for that kind of money. Ted Donato's got the puck. Donato to Steve Leach. His shot was blocked by Tenorti. Gendron trying to move it. Tenorti takes over for Washington. 4:40 to go in the third. 1-1 the score. Caps have lost only 1 game in their last 7. 5-1-1. They lost their last 2. Bruins have won 3 of their last 4. Johnson stopped. Puck picked up by Tenorti. On the boards. Huscroft able to move it out. Neely taking the pass from Oates. Neely against Tenorti. Here's Murray shooting, saved by Carey. Behind the play, Hunter and Huscroft are going at it in center ice. Huscroft has it now.
It looks like the Washington Capitals are getting a little bit frustrated now because of what the Bruins have been doing to them most of the night.
Long pass coming all the way down. And Smolinski hustles to the puck. Fires a sharp shot. Carey stopped with a stick. Here's Kristich against Bourque. Bourque with a good hit to take him out. Big play by Bourque. Kristich had an open man, Pivonka, cutting down the middle.
And Bourque still fresh at this point in the game. He's played the majority of the game. It's been a physical game. They played yesterday afternoon. 4th game in the 6 days. And Bourque is still very strong.
Gonchar clears the zone. 1-1 the score. Walchuk and Bourque go for the puck. Bourque takes the man. Stumple moves the puck. Brian Smolinski looks it down the ice. And Tenorti back for it for Washington. Across the line, Brent Hughes. Hughes against Johansson. Fires from a sharp angle, and again Carey makes a save. Knocked loose by Reed. Carey thought he had it. The whistle had blown to stop play. But the Bruins shooting from sharp angles. Carey's had to make a couple of tough stops. Here's the big hit by Bourque.
As a rule, Peterson's 4-Wheel and Off-Road magazine chooses a different truck each year as their 4x4 of the year. Of course, we all know how Dodge Ram feels about rules. Dodge Ram, first ever 2 years in a row 4x4 of the year. At America's truck stop, the new Dodge.
Every year, one credit card gives you something other credit cards don't. Only the Discover card offers you Cashback Bonus Award. Cash. Over $500 million paid so far. And there's no annual fee. So carry the Discover card and improve your cash flow. It pays to Discover. Accepted wherever you see the Novus Network sign.
Hear the real-life story of 5 young men in their dream to play basketball. Wesley Snipes hosts this award-winning special, Hardwood Dreams, tonight at 7, 6 Central.
And Brent Hughes has the last chance for the Boston Bruins. A shot from a bad angle. Carey is able to make the save, but he has trouble with the puck. He starts juggling it before he can finally get his glove on it. The whistle blows as the puck then ends up dislodged.
Move it!
Battles continue along the boards. And that's where a lot of the play has been this afternoon. Jamie Huscroft out in center. Rather, that was John Roloff, number 38. Roloff with the intercept, plays it across to Cam Neely. Neely on with Oates and Glenn Murray. Kelly Miller tries to clear. Roloff knocked it down, but he was outside the zone. And he knocked down Dale Hunter. Offside whistle against Boston. See the time remaining in the third period, 2:23. A reminder, next week, Fox NHL Sunday begins at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, when some of you will see the Bruins face off against the Buffalo Sabres. Others will see the Stanley Cup champion New York Rangers battle the New Jersey Devils. Check local listings for the game and time in your area right here on Fox Sports. And this is Fox NHL Sunday, our first of 5 in the regular season. Should be a great month of April with virtually every game having playoff implications.
Yeah, and again, with all the games within the divisions as well, I mean, we're going to see a lot of movement in the divisions and in the conferences between these teams. Still plenty of teams have a chance to make the playoffs.
2:15 to go in the third as the Caps dump it in. Caps have had only 2 shots on goal here in the third period. Bruins have had 9. And the Bruins have tied it on the first goal of the season by Alexei Kasatonov. Hunter's pass down low, Kelly Miller to the net. He scores! Dale Hunter with a good setup to Kelly Miller. Miller with a fine goal. Caps lead 2-1. Seventh goal of the season for Kelly Miller. As the Caps score on the Bruins.
But they did a good job keeping the puck in, and then the puck goes back deep, but nice pass. Now the defenseman in front just lets Miller walk out in front. You've got to try and force that player at the side of the net. Roloff is the only defenseman. He's a rookie. He turns his back to the puck carrier. You can't do that. You've got to go after and force the puck carrier. That allows Miller to walk in all alone. Locker tries to get a piece of it, does, but through the legs, and that makes it a 2-1 lead for Washington.
But Miller beat Kasatonov, and had Roloff gone over, then Jimmy Johnson would have been open for a shot.
Yeah, but at any rate, you've got to force the puck carrier to make the perfect play. You've got to make him make the pass through you and make the perfect pass. This way, when you turn away from him, he's got all the time to do whatever he wants, and Miller took advantage of it.
Caps lead 2-1 with 1:40 to go. As Bork plays the puck, pressure from Dimitri Kristin. Out of the zone, Peter Vondra's got it. Goals from unexpected sources for the Caps today. Jeff Nelson, his first NHL goal. The defensive-minded Kelly Miller with his 7th of the season. Puck cleared out. Miller from Hunter and Tenorti at 17:59. The Bruins' goal to tie it at 11:25 was Kasatonov from Oates and Donato at 11:25.
When you play with rookies, you've got to expect mistakes. Roloff is a rookie. Gruden on defense is a rookie. You've got a rookie goaltender. And if you're going to decide to play with them, you've got to be ready to accept their mistakes.
Bruins shoot it in. Bruins net is empty as Locker has gone to the bench for an extra skater. Time winding down. Roloff back to the puck. Miller trying to take it away. 40 seconds to go. Roloff twirling, got tangled up with the referee. Kasatonov for the puck for Boston. We welcome those fans watching the Rangers in Philadelphia. Right here, it's Washington 2, Boston 1 with 25 seconds to go. Bruins have pulled the goaltender for an extra skater. Adam Oates has the puck for Boston. Pushes it ahead, but Glenn Murray didn't see it. Caps have played a brilliant defensive game. Here's Hunter trying to take it away from Murray. Taken back by Cam Neely. Oates in the corner. Time winding down. Caps trying to pin the Bruins along the boards. They do. And that's it. The Caps have won it. Jim Carey does it again. And this time to the team from his hometown, the Boston Bruins.
That's the second time he's beaten the Bruins this season. Jim Carey was outstanding when he had to be. The Bruins came back, put on a valiant effort in the third period to tie the game, but a sigh of relief from Jim Schoenfeld.
Here's the game-winning goal by Kelly Miller.
Kelly Miller's able to walk in front of the net and just slips it through the legs of goaltender Blaine Locker. It trickles in, and that turned out to be the game winner.
The man who was Rookie of the Month and Player of the Month for the month of March starts off April with another win. He's now 12-2-2 since being called up from the American Hockey League. What a story for 20-year-old Jim Carey.
Yeah, and even after Boston came back to tie it, Carey stayed cool. He still had to make some good saves for Washington before they were able to win it.
And the new Dodge Player of the Game is Jim Carey.
Jim Carey should be.
With yet another win, 25 saves for the young man out of Weymouth, Massachusetts, south of Boston, who went to the University of Wisconsin and signed for the Washington Capitals last September. And he has made quite a name for himself with the Caps here, turning their season around. The Washington Capitals defeat the Boston Bruins 2-1 for Joe Micheletti. This is Sam Rosen saying so long from Landover. Once again, the final score, Washington Caps 2 and the Boston Bruins 1. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports. Coming up, JB in the studio. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Cam Neely. Welcome to my workout. Let's start with a little scrimmage. Hey, come on. 1 and 2. Keep those elbows down. Remember to breathe. Now you want to get yourself right in front of the net. You know you're doing it correctly if you feel it right back in here. Let's head to the gym. Move those legs. Come on. Pump it. Pump it. Stay with me. Breathe. Back to the ice. Now for a really good workout, try playing against a future Hall of Famer like Ray Bourque. If you don't have a Ray Bourque, just use whatever you have around the house.
Son of a gun protectant. Nothing works better on your car's leather, vinyl, and rubber. It can turn just about anything into a great-looking car.
Nice car.
What, this pile of junk? Give it the gun with Son of a Gun. And now give your tires a quick kick with one-step tire care.
No trendy health club. No $60 shorts. No bull. Speed Stick's no-nonsense formula gives you 110% protection. Like you, it never quits.
By minute. Dennis, you're just a little bit too tight, man. You need to loosen up. So, man, be provocative. Don't be so conservative. Shake things up. Be shocking. Let your hair down.
Please, lay off the hair, okay?
Over the top, man. Be an individual. So what do you want me to do? Well, you can start by eating your pizza the wrong way. Crust first.
That's weird, man. That's too weird. Introducing stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. With a ring of cheese baked into a totally new, thinner crust, you'll want to eat it the wrong way. Crust first.
Just turn it around. Well, Dave, you crazy, man. You crazy.
Large, just $9.99.
Do you know how much sprinkles you got? More from this can than you thought. Fill a bowl from a Pringles can. Got as much as this bag. Amazing, man. Can you believe how much Pringles you got?
For cars that can benefit from higher octane, Texaco Clean System 3 Power Plus and Power Premium were formulated to clean your engine's intake valves, fuel injectors, and combustion chambers while you're driving, to give you smooth starts and sure acceleration. Just give us 5 tanks, and we think Power Plus and Power Premium will make quite an impression on you.
Add more life to your car. Take it to the star.
What could possibly be as precise as the tolerances within one of the finest Swiss watches available? How about some of the tolerances within the engine and suspension of one of the finest automobiles available? The newest Lexus ES 300. Let others follow.
All right, back here for our post-game show on Fox NHL Sunday. Along with Dave Maloney, I'm James Brown. Good action on the ice overall today. If you enjoyed us thus far?
Enjoyed it immensely. Saw a couple of Fox bots twaddle across the screen. Good hockey. Not much goals, not many goals, but real good, solid hockey on the first day here on the Fox.
The robots were in action today. As a matter of fact, let's talk a little bit about that Philadelphia-New York Rangers matchup. Rangers dropped that one 4-2, and we're going to show you some highlights of this one. Physical play, Eric Lindros doing the job.
Well, he did the job. It was a Lindros-Messier matchup, and you have to give round one to Eric Lindros. What a play here. Knocks the stick out of Jay Wells' hands, finds Leclerc off the left side, bang in the net. The guy comes down, a big guy. You know, most people, you can sense when they're going to shoot. But watch Lindros come down the middle, take a pass from Rembrandt, snap! In the goal beats Richter. That puck comes so hard off that stick. Big fella had a hell of a game. 2 goals, 1 assist.
No question about it, and that accounted for Philadelphia winning that one 4-2. Rangers slipping further back now. Boston and Washington, this was a defensive battle.
Well, 2 teams not noted for offense. Washington has to work hard to score, They've gotten offense recently. Blaine Locker in the nets for Boston here. First goal, Washington here. The youngster takes the Boston defenseman off. The puck goes to the front of the net. Nelson gets his first NHL goal. Adam Oates, Hal Oates, Neely and Bourque do go with the Bruins. Oates keeps the play alive. The defenseman comes in. Kasatonov scores. This is the winner here. Mike Ridley's going to beat Blaine Locker here. He'll come out. Locker comes across, down low, through the 5-hole. Kelly Miller, that's a big win for the Caps. It keeps the momentum alive.
Since Jim Carey's been in goal, Washington is 12-2-2, 25 saves on the afternoon for Jim Carey. Okay, moving to the Battle of Florida. The Panthers capitalize on Tampa Bay miscues, win it 4-1. John Van Beesbrook, excellent in goal. We'll have him in the studio next week here on Fox NHL Sunday. Dallas and Chicago, Central Division battle. You say that's the most intense Central Division rivalry going on. Dallas Stars win that one 2-1. All right, in overtime. Yes, indeed, all tied at 3. Mike Keenan doing his psychological job with the Blues as they battle back from a 3-1 deficit, all tied at 3. And a final to pass along to you. Quebec got the hat trick from Owen Nolan. Excellent young talent there, and that one is 7-5. And again, as we pass along that Dallas-Chicago score, that one is not a final as of yet. Well, folks, that about does it for us here in Hollywood. We thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week on Fox NHL Sunday.
Tonight on Fox, beginning at 7, 6 Central, join Wesley Snipes for the Fox special Hardwood Dreams, followed by a night of comedy with The Simpsons, The Critic, Married with Children, and Dream On. Then, next week, it's Fox NHL Sunday, beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, when most of you will see Detroit face off against Chicago, or the New York Rangers battle the New Jersey Devils. At 3 p.m. Pacific, Wayne Gretzky and the Los Angeles Kings take on the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Check local listings for the game and time in your area, right here on Fox.
You've been watching Fox Sports, seen by most as being very, very cool.